Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. And happy day after May the 4th. I had a crazy work day, and then I shot straight down to Jersey to go see The Phantom Menace at AMC for the 25th anniversary re-release. It was awesome. It also allowed me to acquire this wonderful R2-D2 popcorn bucket. Your drink can go in the top, and then your popcorn goes in the back. I love it so much because I love me some R2-D2. I love me some Star Wars, but I digress. We have a trailer to look at. There are trailers, but right now, because I have to go to work, I'm looking at one trailer. What are we talking about? It's a show I'm very, very excited for to be back this June. So why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat. We are getting ready to take a look at the official trailer for The Boys Season 4. And every time The Boys comes around, I always talk about being at San Diego Comic-Con right before Season 1, seeing the first 2 episodes live, having everybody there. Like, I've been in on this show at Amazon since day one. One of those, like, I wish I would have been a comic book reader, in the sense that, like, I was reading The Boys before it dropped, because, like, as someone who does read comics, that would have been nice. However, since I hadn't, and I've become so invested in the show, I am not going back to the comics until the show is over, because I really don't want anything spoiled on that front. But everything that they do with this show, Eric Kripke is just such a wonderful showrunner. He so understands what this show needs to be, what the tone needs to be, how you move the characters around, how they function. Like, it's just, when it comes to, like, comic book material these days, specifically in the television realm, like, this is the bar, guys. You know, like, they shock us. They sometimes disgust us, but they're really riveting, strong storylines for every character every season. And even if one character is, like, a little bit lower down the list in priority of what's being told or what's going on, they pick that up somewhere else, man. I love the way that this show, like I said, functions, how everybody, like, this is a true ensemble. You know, you have people like Anthony Starr, you have people like Carl Urban, who are for sure faces for this show, but every character really is important. And I'm gonna shut up because I gotta get to work and I want to watch this trailer, because everybody yesterday was like, "Did you see the Boys trailer?" I'm like, "Nah, bro." I woke up and I saw it dropped, like, in the middle of the night, kind of like Kendrick and Drake. That oh wow. We're not gonna talk about that though, because we'll really derail ourselves. But, you know, it was dropped in the middle of the night. I was running all over the place yesterday, so yeah, I am ready to take a look at this. I gotta take a look at this before I get to work. So let's get the trailer up for you. It's up for me. The first 3 seasons have all been spectacular, and where we ended up by the end of season 4, or season 3 to set up season 4, there should be some really interesting things going on for Homelander, for Butcher, for the Boys. Like, I just love where we're at, and I can't wait to see what's next. So let's not waste any more time and take a look at the official trailer for The Boys Season 4.
I look back at my life, and all I see are the messes I made.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't got time to fix it.
I feel like we get that shot and that shot every season.
With the time I got left, I can't do it alone.
Yeah, get the crew back, baby.
Can't do it without you.
Mother's Milk looking a little different with the clean shave.
Corrupt beyond repair. So we gotta save it.
Just the other thing too, I love
Do some terrible
how they
things
mirror
for the
real
greater
life
good.
in
We'll
this
no longer
show.
Be beloved celebrities.
Oh, the Deep is back.
It will be wrathful gods.
Wrathful gods. Oh, son.
That doesn't sound good, Ashley.
Oh, yeah, no shit, Ashley.
Sorry, Ashley.
Homelander's gonna turn the 7 bad.
Burn. We need someone like you, Billy, before the soups start rounding us up and dumping us
Jeffrey
off.
Dean Morgan. Let's go.
Found the answer to all our prayers. A virus that kills soups.
This is insane and desperate, even for you.
Well, insanely desperate's where we are, don't you think, love?
Let's go. Chop chop, motherfuckers.
Oh, Noir back.
War of good versus evil. So I'm declaring hunting season on Starlighters.
Oh, that's what happened to that little girl? You. What?
This is fucking happening to me again.
Tell him, Frenchie. Again? What?
Look, we've all done bad shit. What's insane is that our solution to every problem is
Whoa.
violence isn't brave.
It's always present in the show.
Is power.
We doing this stretchy, guys?
Who wants a creamy, delicious milkshake?
If we're ever gonna win against monsters,
Oh my god, we're gonna get an ice
Start
dance
acting
show. What? We've got. What is going on with the animals? Oh, there's so much blood. There's so
You're all fucking welcome.
good old Butcher. Yo, June 13th is on. Get ready. There's gonna be a lot of exploding body parts. Dude, I love this show so much. But like I was saying, like I love that almost every season, at some point or another, you're gonna get a shot of Butcher where he's looking over his shoulder like this, and you're gonna get a shot of Homelander from the back where you just don't know what's going through this mother effer's mind, man. You know what I mean? Like this dude is on some other ish, and because of that, I feel like Butcher is on some other stuff. And once again, you know, after the way things spiraled out because he had given himself superpowers last season, you kind of see the focus coming back, right? Where it's like, we've got to, I've made mistakes. I've created another mess. And the only way I get out of that mess is with the whole squad. We need everybody back in play. Minus Frenchie, who's not in this shot, but Frenchie's in there. You know what I mean? And Mother's Milk looking good, man. Look like he trimmed up, been in the gym. Like I said, the clean shave looks like he's getting to a mustache at some point in the show, but like, kind of threw me off. Anyway, you know, and you can see like they got a board going, so there's definitely plans or scheming happening. And I think that's probably what they'll be doing at the start. Like we got to figure out a way to do stuff, and then Butcher's gonna come into this like cure, so to speak, that would kill Soups, you know, a disease, which is fascinating. You know, we've seen stuff like that when it comes to, you know, Planet of the Apes, you know, like that's getting ready to come out this week, where you see this illness, this ape flu thing spread everywhere, and it starts to decrease the population so that the monkeys can rise. But I mean, whether it's that, whether you know you're going down the pathway of like something like oh man, like Contagion. No, that's not the right one, is it? But you know, like we've seen plenty of movies and television where like there is something that is biologically engineered to attack a specific group of people. And if you get something that can attack Soups, the thing that would be interesting is you have Starlight, you have Kimiko in the mix, and their Soups. So is there a vaccine? Is there a way for them not to get it? You know, is like, I'd be interested, like, because it's one thing for Butcher to just want to be, you know what, that's it. Let's just take them all out. Get rid of Soups. And they're not good for the world, clearly. And that's another thing I think that's really interesting with what Kripke plays with when it comes to this show. Like, the idea of Soups, like, yes, we have our good Soups, but I think the conversation of, like, should we have Soups at all in this world has always been present. And more often than not, especially in the world that we live in today, people get that kind of power and it gets abused. And, you know, there's typically more of those than less. So wipe them all out. That'd be one thing, though, if it was season 1 when we didn't have any Soups in the mix. But now you have Soups on the team. I don't know. And then, I mean, like I said, no matter what you're doing, this guy, like, it's like, remove this guy and maybe everything would be okay. But this guy is so untouchable and so hard to get to and so hard to actually take down because of all the powers he has. Maybe the only route is some sort of contagion. Now, that being said, right, like, I think that's going to be what your focus is. And the world clearly taking sides with Vought, with the boys, and how, like, from a story standpoint, like I think it's gonna be this like a disease to terminate the soups. That's gonna be kind of our main, getting rid of everybody. How we deal with that? What's going on? Your beeline. Where's the world at? You know what I mean? Like how is that? How is this kind of vibe right here?
Repair.
You know, like Homelander is a fascist. We even what was the one? You know,
Beyond repair.
shine a light. So these are all Starlight peeps, that's for sure.
We gotta
And you
save
got all the Homelanders on the other side. But yeah, like with the world spiraling out, you know, kind of being maybe in a place like we're currently in right now with a lot of division in this country. How does that play into everything that's going on in the background, right? You know, we got those B storylines with the government and all the politics and stuff that's going on in the show. As you notice, like we didn't see, did she get elected president? I can't remember if she got elected president or that's the next move is. But Homegirl, who is also a bad soup, who's been like the face of good, it seems, in the political realm. I don't even know if we saw her in this trailer. If we did, I definitely didn't notice. But like that's how this whole thing is gonna be what's going on in the background, and then it's gonna be all about what Homelander is doing with Vought. Like it's very obvious right now that like Homelander has got his fingerprints and DNA all over the new Seven, and he's going to ask for brutality from this new group. I mean,
Show me a little wrath.
show me a little wrath. Like,
That doesn't sound good, Ashley.
Oh, you know shit, Ashley.
Sorry, Ashley.
did Ashley hire an assistant named Ashley? That would be such an Ashley move. But like, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna have the Seven. Like that should be a fun C storyline, right? Like what's going on with Ashley this season when Homelander is clearly leading the Seven and driving them down a path that's very not okay. You know what I mean? But like I think all of that stuff is really interesting, and while you have Homelander doing whatever he's got to do from the like Homelander's taking on all these different fronts as well as the boys. The way the trailer looks, the boys should be pretty single focused on what's going on until we start
We need
getting
someone
to
like you,
like
Billy, before the soups start rounding us up and dumping us off in camps.
completely forgot about Jeffrey Dean Morgan in that line, right? Like the idea of JDM bringing Butcher and the boys in to help the government try to stop this, because it certainly sounds like Homelander is going full Hitler. You know what I mean?
Before the soups start rounding us up and dumping us off in camps.
What? Rounding us up and dumping us off in camps. This season is going to be nuts. Is there an agenda coming from JDM's character? Is he the one that's bringing Butcher the solution? Hey, if we can get this thing that's bioengineered to take out all the soups, let's do it. So I think all that is going to be wild. I mean, you see, it brings them out here. This is clearly where all the research is going on to find this strain for a disease to take the soups out. And I love that, like, for Butcher, it's a no-brainer. You know, but then when you get to somebody like Huey, his girl is a soup. So that, you know, goes back to, like, is there some way to prevent Starlight and Kimiko from getting trapped in this, whatever this disease is that could attack soups? Same, you know, with Frenchie. Like, I'm sure Frenchie's face probably looks similar to Huey himself. But this, what is going on with all these animals, man? Like chickens you can't kill?
This is fucking happening to me again.
Again? What is that? Why do we have crazy souped up animals? This season's gonna be nuts, man. But yeah, like I mean, you got an ice show. Is that actually Homelander on the ice, or is it an actor? Look at all of this blood, though. This is the image I was trying to find. Who do we think did this? Like those are body parts all over the floor. Like this feels like Homelander, because like Homelander just get real bloody, but again, Homelander, he just laser you. You know what I mean? It's like, is this what was going on with the Deep when he smacks that dude with the bat? Is this a room? like a pet, like, you know, they got them like stress rooms that are like, you just go in, you can break everything and it doesn't, you know, no harm, no foul. Everything in there is supposed to be broken like that. Is that what this room is? Like, did Homelander create a room where it's like, I'll bring the 7 here, y'all go ham. Get in your bad feels. Because it feels like that's what's going on here, man. Like, instead of having TVs and breakable things, there were humans in here that the 7 could just kill. You know, I'm having a bad day. I'm going to the kill room. And, like, it looks like whatever, it's maybe like a jean jacket or something. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's terrifying. Especially, like, you got a head over here and, like, all different body parts. Like, nah, man. The season's gonna be nuts. And then, like, then at the same time, like, you got Homelander's kid is still involved. We got I still have to get caught up on Gen V before we get to June. My TV watching is bad. One thing I will not be behind though is The Boys. You know I'll be up on that. This is my jam. So I do have to watch that show. That the name of the show just Gen V. I gotta watch that because I have a feeling they could potentially be at play in here too. I don't know, this chick can just rip skin off her face. Like, this is gonna be a very gruesome. And then the head pops. You know, you getting the head pops. And speaking of Homegirl, that she was also. I love that the Deep is clearly eating Outback Steakhouse, but he doesn't have steak. He's got wings. That's funny. And is that his? Is that his boot? Is that a lady's boot? Who's sitting with him? But yeah, there she was. The and you know me, I'm so bad at this pausing thing that well there, but she able to pop all the heads, so you know she's in play too. She was look at Homelander, dude. He's a nut job, and this has got like doctors and stuff, so I can only imagine what's going on there.
You're all fucking welcome.
And obviously, we always get a look from Butcher like that, but and that's the other thing too, like the way the trailers look. It's like you just got that whole trailer. You see what's coming in season 4, and Butcher's like, "You're welcome," you know, because that's very much a Carl Urban thing. Like y'all are welcome. Well, glad we're here to help out. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think this looks spectacular as per usual. I can't wait to see what the big thing is every season. Kripke and Co. create some big ass thing that usually is pretty absurd, gory, gross. I mean, we've seen a giant animatronic whale that they drove a boat into. Obviously, you know, season 3 started the year off with a very, very small man going into places that I didn't know a small man could go into, and then becoming whole. And that was like a 40-foot piece of male equipment. I mean, that when I saw that picture on Twitter, you like that nuts. So I can't wait to see what it is. I like that the trailer certainly, because in other trailers, like they tipped the whale before, they didn't tip the male parts at all. So like here they're not tipping it, but there's gonna be some big practical gross thing in this season, and I can't wait to see what it is. But yeah, I look, man, this show cooks every season for me, and I think this one looks just as good. The only thing, like, for me is, like, it feels like maybe we're getting close to the end, which would suck. Although we know, like, good television goes, like, 5-6 seasons tops. So, I don't know. Are we getting close to the end of The Boys as is? You know, obviously with Gen B and other things, you can still work in this world and leave the main storyline. I think we got a few seasons left for The Boys, but this season's looking good. I'm gonna shut up and I'll flip it over to you because I got things to do, and I got caught up. I fell down the rabbit hole. I got caught up in my feels for The Boys. I lost track of time. No more talking for the Seaman. Flipping it over to you. How much of a Boys fan are you? Have you read the comics? If you have, don't spoil or give any details, but how has the show lined up with the comics? How has the adaptation been from that? Obviously, you can tell just by some of the things that they're playing with. The show leaning into some things that probably aren't in the comics, but are we following the comic book storyline? Is it worth me diving into the comics before this show is over, or should I wait? I feel like I should wait. But outside of that, what are you thinking about season 4, man? How good does it look? What was popping out, standing out to you in the trailer? What is the thing that, like, you can't wait to see that we've been given here? That kill room. fascinated, or who lost their mind and just like kill a whole bunch of people, and that I don't know, man. But what things popping out to you? Is it the super animals? Is it the vision in the country? Is it, you know, the Homelander taking the seven and turning them to all be bad? Clearly, where is all this gonna go? What do you think of this idea of the soup? You know, disease to wipe everybody out. What's Jeffrey D. Morgan up to? What's looking good? What's not? What are you concerned about? Good, bad, indifferent on the official trailer for season 4 of The Boys. Put it down below in the comments. I look forward to talking to you down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man anytime we're talking movies, TV, trailer, reactions, you want to be here come June, a little over a month to go, to see my thoughts, see my reactions to The Boys, well then, come join C-Maniac Nation, man. It's the simplest way to do all those things. You can do it simply by jumping over there, hitting that subscribe button, hit that little bell if you want those alerts. And until next time, for the C-Man's Cinema Sit Down, I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace. Hey, what's up, C-Maniac Nation? Winter Ken here, where we grow out our roots and our beard, letting you know that you can see some new C-Man videos right up here and right down here. And if you want all those videos and show that man a little love and support, come join C-Maniac Nation right over there, and the C-Man will catch you on the next one.